Oh, Pookie, you know what everyone in the world could use?
What's that?
A solid, ultimate morning routine.
I know. Boy, oh boy, if you want to advance in your vision, in your goals, and what you want to manifest, a morning routine will help you out for sure.
Absolutely. I have used them off and on, probably more off than on, but when I have my life, I'm a lot more productive, a lot more, my attitude's better. And so we're going to be exploring that. Your ultimate morning routine, start your day like a champion. That's part of the title. Or start your day the most awesome way possible. All right, we're ready for Sunday inspiration. I'm Bob Baker. That's Pooki Lee. Let's get kicking with our opening song, shall we? Here we go.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive. So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free.
Wake up, baby.
And I'm free to be me. Oh, yeah. I'm free to be me. Yeah.
Free to be you. Oh, we already got people in here in the live chat during the live stream. Of course, Lisa Shepard's always the first one in the room because she actually opens the room. If you were to compare this to like a physical space, like she arrives early, you know, she sets up all the tables, make sure the
Everything's ready.
yeah, the buffet, the coffee's made, right? All the place settings are out, you know.
The hostess with the most.
And then she's there to welcome people as they arrive. So thank you so much for all that you do for us for over 2 years now, Lisa Shepard. We got Pamela Cotter here. We got Jennifer Nichols in the house. Crystal Williamson. Mary Lou McLaughlin is also here. Queen Opatra. Didn't we make the connection who Queen
Michelle?
That was Michelle Michael, right? Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, Andy's here. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. It's a Sunday. We're going to be talking about morning routines as we go here. This is not one of those Sundays where we perform at the Center for Spiritual Living because I know we got to keep them to an hour max and then we got to rush off to do that.
However,
it's not one of those Sundays. However, I got to keep this a little shorter because I am doing something pretty exciting this weekend.
what are you doing, Bob? Tell me all about it.
So many people know that I love this art form called improv and improv comedy in particular. I first did it in 1985.
Wow.
And for the last 12 years here in St. Louis, I've been teaching and performing it. I even wrote a book with Laura Hall from Whose Line Is It Anyway on being on musical improv.
Check it out.
But there's a master class. There's a guy, you may or may not recognize his name, but his name is Brian Palermo. And he's been working with the Groundlings out in L.A. for like 27 years as not only a performer, but a teacher and a director and all this stuff. He's worked with people like Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell, and other people. A lot of people have come out of the Groundlings and gone on to be, Saturday Night Live and movies and stuff. And he is teaching this particular form called Crazy Uncle Joe.
Oh, there you go. I bet you love it.
So I'm learning a lot from him. He's a great teacher. It's a 2-day, like a whole weekend master class. So I was there like 6 hours yesterday, and I'm going back. Going back today. I'm going to have to arrive a little bit late. I told him I got to stream live like we do every Sunday, but I'm looking forward to doing that. So I'm going to be improving my improv chops, learning from a pro.
There you go.
But let's.
We can always be better.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a lifelong learner and teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get people centered, Pookie. You want to do your thing? We're getting us synchronized.
This is that time where an awareness comes. The awareness that we are these divine expressions of love in the world.
And this is that moment where we extend the energy of love, which is who we are, out into this magnificent, infinite field of potentiality of all that is. And in the world right now, love is being called forth as never before. In this new awakening, we are being called to love in deeper and deeper ways. And so today, as we acknowledge this beautiful heart that beats within our chest bone, and I invite you to place your hands on your chest right now and connect with the divine rhythm of your heartbeat. Just listen. Breathing nice and gently, listening. Feeling the rhythm of love beating into your hand. And knowing that this heart is sending out vibrations of love right now into the world. Love. And as we gather here together in this divine space, we amplify this field so that an even greater amount of love can be given in this now moment, because we are all here activating this frequency of love in our unity, in our oneness, because we are one. We are one at the core. We are love at our essence. Take a deep breath in. Release. A deep breath in. And release. A deep breath in. And let go. Know the truth of who you are. Know that you are the essence of love and that your love matters. And so give your love away today. Everywhere you go, just go with an open heart. When your heart is open, your love moves freely from you out into the environment in which you are inhabiting. Place your hands on your heart if you're willing. Take a deep breath in. Release. And we say with deep gratitude and thanksgiving, thank you for this moment in which we can gather together in this infinite space and field to bring healing and compassion to ourselves, to each other, and to the world. And so it is.
That was beautiful, Pooki. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
just
much.
breathe deep into that. All right.
Why don't you tell the folks where we're streaming, where they can find us here, because I see people posting links from both
Well,
places.
hello. We are streaming to my YouTube channel. And we're also streaming to my Facebook page. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, my Facebook family. And so if you're in my Facebook, on my Facebook page right now and you're watching this, I invite you to go over to my YouTube channel and kind of watch over there. And I also invite you to subscribe. That would be awesome. It just kind of tells YouTube, subscribe if you really love everything that's there, because I've got a lot of stuff there. There's so much. You could actually go to my YouTube page and see just so many things that I've done over the years, right? However, right now while we're streaming, you could go over there and subscribe, and then you could possibly get some notifications as to when we do this. We do this every Sunday on my YouTube channel, and then also on my Facebook page. So, just want to welcome everyone here. This is where we get to share about what's going on, and then we also share a theme and some music. It's an awesome time. Many of you know this, so welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Great to have you here. Yes, please subscribe to all those things. I think it was, this past week, or last Sunday, we were promoting this free workshop that Pooki and I did. I think we did it Tuesday night or sometime during the week. It's all blending together now. But it was called The Path to Prosperity, 3 Steps to Attract Abundance in All Areas of Your Life. And I just uploaded an edited version of that to a different channel of mine, but there's a link to that Lisa will probably pop in the live chat where you can check out that Path to Prosperity workshop. It was really good. So if you missed it, or if you want to relive it again, there is a link there that you can check out.
There you go.
And go to. I thought we covered a lot of great stuff. In fact,
We did. That was an awesome, awesome event.
it was such a great outline. I was thinking to myself, man, that would make a good book at some point.
Yeah.
So I might have to flesh it out. Well, that's how good this stuff was. Some of you know we've been promoting this thing. It actually starts tomorrow, and it's called the Personal Transformation Matrix. We're doing the community version. It starts tomorrow, and our friend. See, some of the people there in the chat are already part of that. Of course, Lisa's going to be involved in that, as she is in all of our stuff. But Queen Opatra, Michelle is going to be there. Let's see, Crystal Jacqueline just joined us for that. So if you want information on it, reach out to Lisa by email, and she can get you some information on that if you want to get in at the last minute. But it does start tomorrow, so you got to act quickly. Otherwise, we've got our people all lined up and ready to go with it. But Lisa at bobbakerinspiration.com. Reach out to her if you're interested in that. Who else? Was there anybody else who is doing that? That I see in the chat here. And Crystal says she's actually heard of Brian Palermo, so that's really cool. Yeah,
Awesome.
He's here in St. Louis this weekend. He actually lived in L.A. for a long time, but he moved to Seattle. I think is his home these days, which is closer to where Eileen is, and she's in the chat. Oh, maybe I should take that off of there, huh? I just like seeing that picture of the three of us in the.
It's adorable. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, but. Okay. Yep. So where are we at now? All right. Let's go to some viewer comments and some shout outs. Just kind of check in. If you haven't yet, feel free to post where you're watching from. Certainly if it's your first time catching a live stream, which we've been doing for nearly 4 years now, point that out. But yeah, I see that Renee is also, she's watching from Chicago. Great to have you, Renee. And there's Lisa posting her, how to reach out to her. I will absolutely be participating, I'm sure she says. Let's see. Crystal says, yay, can't wait. Awesome sauce. Excellent. Oh, yeah, I think you were Jacqueline was also at that Path to Prosperity.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Ja Love is in the house.
Hello, Ja Love.
Love.
Welcome.
Great to have you here.
I see Deborah Brubaker. Hello, Deborah.
Hello, Deborah.
Hi.
Pamela said, "Thank you, Pooki. That was powerful." I'm sure she meant about
Thank you, Pamela.
your centering prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some
Fanny's here too. Hello, Fanny. How are you?
Fanny Starchild. All right, is that from L.A.? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, I don't know. You probably already said Eileen. But
I mentioned her briefly as being near, well, in the Seattle area-ish.
Yeah.
Deanna's here. That's great. She's always great to see
Welcome,
her.
everybody. It's always so great to have you here.
Christina Blevins is in the house.
So fantastic.
Judith in Maine.
Strong Maine.
What's that?
I've heard that so many times now.
What's that?
Judith in Strong Maine.
Strong, is that the name of the city? Strong, Maine?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hoping that's true.
Okay. Lisa says, I can't wait till our next improv class to see what you've learned. Yeah, so once a month I do a Zoom improv class. You can reach out to Lisa also for that to get information about how to get on that email list.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely am every time I take a class, I learn something not only that I can use in my own performance skills and with my own performing troupe, but that I can pass on to my students. So Catherine Bell says, good morning. Yay.
Hello, Catherine.
And
hello, everyone. All right. Well, it's great to have all of you here. Thank you for being here.
Dawn Cox is here. Carrie is also here as well. We got Christy Davis from Orlando. She's headed to the Unity that we performed in Sarasota a couple of years ago.
Wow, there you go. Well, tell everybody we said hello.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't. You didn't get too much. Well, you got hit a little bit with these hurricanes, but hopefully not too much damage. But Florida's still reeling from that. North Carolina, all those states are
absolutely.
Reeling
so we
from it.
send our prayers and our intentions that everything, all that's happening in those regions, because so much of it we don't even know. You know, the reality of it, we don't even know because everything was wiped out. All communications, all Wi-Fi towers, everything. And so some people are facing some really dire situations. However, we send our love and our intention to everyone in those regions who are suffering any kind of loss, discomfort, whatever. We send our love and our healing to them. It's so powerful to come together as community and activate, this healing. Right? Send our love to these spaces and these places where people are actually experiencing some really difficult things, extremely difficult. And it all seems really kind of quiet out there. Like I'm kind of just wondering well, what is going on with Asheville, North Carolina? And what is going on with Florida? And there doesn't seem to be a lot of information, coming out. And so we send our prayers. Because just because there's no information coming out doesn't mean nothing's happening. There's a lot that's happening. So sending our prayers to everyone that's involved in any of those traumatic weather situations that happened recently within our nation. And then I also hear that Wyoming is on fire. So there's so many things, and it's just not humans. It's also the animal kingdom.
Yep.
And that's just in our own country. All right.
Lots of love needed all around the world.
All around the world.
And we're here to spread that wave of possibility and start that ripple effect of kindness, compassion, love, healing, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So since our topic today is all about morning routines, I thought it would be great to do one of our wake-up songs, because we have two of them. One is the theme song, kind of for the Sunday inspirations that we
already played that one.
Yeah, and we do that full version every now and then. But here's another one we haven't done since June, I believe. It's Time to Wake Up is simply the name of this song. You ready for this, Pooki?
Oh, wait a minute. I think I am.
You ready? It's time to wake up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and It's time to wake up to happiness. Time to wake up and be me. Oh, it's time to wake up with the gratitude. Time to wake up to positivity. It's time to shake up. It's time to wake up and be me.
It's time to wake up feeling beautiful. It's time to wake up and love me. Yeah, it's time to wake up feeling fabulous, stepping into my divinity. It's time to shake up. It's time to wake up and be me.
It's time to wake up to abundance. It's time to wake up and be free. Oh, it's time to wake up with satisfaction. Time to wake up to prosperity. It's time to shake up. It's time to wake up and be me. Here we go.
Time to shake it up. Time to take it up. Time to shake it up. It's time to wake up.
You're up, baby.
It's time to wake up to magnificence. It's time to wake up with possibility. Oh, it's time to wake up, being myself, stepping into authenticity. It's time to shake up. It's time to wake up and be me.
It's time to wake up feeling powerful. Time to wake up with ability. Oh, it's time to wake up with a confidence. Wake up full of energy. It's time to shake up. It's time to wake up and be me. Yes. It's time to shake up. It's time to wake up and be me. It's time to shake up. It's time to wake up
and be me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is time to wake up, isn't it?
Feeling fabulous. Yes, stepping into your possibility. Yeah, so it's so important that that we continue to create, especially in times like this. You know, that we don't get distracted. We don't start focusing on what, all of the negative or whatever things that are out there that we find within ourselves, especially in times like this, the ability to create, because we were born creators. We are master creators. We are here to create. And so, it's so easy to get so distracted, especially, there are so many things that are going on, and I don't need to name them. You know what they are. And they're just going on, going on. This is so busy out here. Busy, like energetically busy out here. And what happens is it's so busy out here that if you are not grounded and centered right now, and if you don't have a routine, some sort of a process or a method or something that you engage with, it's gonna get you. It can. Right? And so the way that you can absolutely stay on target is stay connected to your vision, stay connected to your dreams, what it is that you're here for, right? Why it is that you took on this physical body, because all this stuff is going on out here. Yeah, all this is going on out here, and doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is how you respond to that. So let's respond to it with creation, with creating more love, with creating more joy, with creating more passion, right? What it is, if this is falling apart over here, let's create the solutions over here, right? So we could spend all of our time being over here in the problem and feeling bad about the problem. And yes, we pray and we hold all beings in our hearts for all the time. We're not turning a blind eye. We are aware. I want to make sure that you understand that. I'm not telling you to put your head in the sand. You're aware. I'm very aware of what's going on in the world. Extremely aware. Right? I'm aware because I want to be aware so that I can send my love. It activates deeper compassion within me, sending my love to these places. Right? And so you just have this awareness. So just being in that space. So when we are facing times like this, our love is so powerful. Our vision is so powerful. And being anchored and having a morning routine is going to set you up not only for your own personal success, but also you are adding to the vibratory field of the planet that's healing, that's raising our vibration, that's lifting us up, right? It's powerful.
I can't think of a better way to. We're already launched into our main topic here, which is your ultimate morning routine. How to start your day. You can say like a champion, you start your day on the right foot. Start your day living your most authentic life.
Start your day in connection with your vision.
Mm-hmm.
Start your day activating your passion. Right? What are the things that you need to do in order to do that? How? Because we all know there are things that tickle us, that'll get us to do things, and we're not all alike. So everybody doesn't do the same, everything doesn't work for everyone, So we have to kind of figure it out. So we have to experiment with different things. There are many, many different ways that you can create a morning routine. I know because I've done a lot of them. Right. And in the process of doing these routines over and over again, or different types of routines, sometimes I would be doing like spiritual morning routines or physical morning routines or health morning routines or, and then out of all of that, I would learn from my experience what really worked well for me. What I liked, because that's what's going to work good for you is what you love, what you enjoy doing, whatever it is,
So I've got some examples here of some well-known people to varying degrees of and their morning routines. It's different for everyone.
Yeah.
And I know some people will just have a morning routine that they do forever. There's just their thing that they do, and they're just very committed to that specific element. I know with me, I like variety, so I'll have some aspects of my morning routine, and then they evolve over time, or I'll lean into one particular practice over others, and so I like to kind of mix things up and keep things interesting. But there's just some well-known folks. So Oprah Winfrey starts her day with a 20-minute meditation, followed by exercise, a gratitude practice, and then setting intentions, which she believes centers her mind and boosts her overall well-being. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you're probably familiar with, kicks off his mornings as early as 4 a.m., and he's very much into physical. He does a workout like cardio and weightlifting. That's something I would not do at 4 in the morning or start first thing in the morning. But this discipline, he says, builds both mental and physical resilience and allows him to, keep up on top of his busy schedule. Carly Lloyd, who I admit I wasn't that familiar with because I don't follow soccer, but she's a renowned soccer player. She uses visualization as part of her morning routine to mentally prepare for games, often imagining herself scoring goals and playing well. And it's a practice that that's contributed to her World Cup performance back in 2015. Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek and other things. He has 5 morning rituals. One is he makes his bed. Like that wouldn't. That's not on mine. I think it's on Pooki's part of her normal thing. But he makes his bed because he just thinks that discipline kind of is very helpful.
Yeah.
So it's making his bed, meditation, hanging from a pull-up bar for a few moments. That's like a physical thing that he does that anchors him. And he has some kind of special tea called titanium tea. I think he might have just something of his own making that he drinks. And then he journals for 5 minutes to list things he's grateful for and reflect on his thoughts. So those are his 5. He's, according to my research, his 5 morning rituals. One more here. Tony Robbins, somebody I've admired and followed for many years, uses a 10-minute morning priming ritual is what he calls it, priming. This includes 3 stages. It's deep breathing, or he really does this like intense deep breathing to get his blood circulating. Then he visualizes moments of gratitude, and then he focuses on 3 goals that he wants to accomplish. And this ritual is rooted in creating a heightened, purposeful state of mind, ideal for tackling the day ahead.
There you go.
Yeah, so those are just those. So you can see those are all varied. These are all successful people who use morning routines. So the question is, do you have one?
Yeah.
That might be a good thing to put in the live chat here. Do you have you had, or do you currently have a morning routine? And what elements, what practices are in yours? Or maybe what practices would you like to, you think would work for you? We have a long list here that we're just gonna touch on some of them just to give you some ideas. But I'd like to know, what are your thoughts on it? Have you used them?
Are you using them? Are you consistent with them? Do they change over time?
Yeah, and how does it help you if you have tried a morning routine? I mean, this is something that ideally you do, well, obviously in the morning, but it could be like the first thing you do. Or it could be sometime you do if you have responsibilities of getting the kids off to school or something. Maybe it's something you do after that. But I think as soon as sometimes you can even start them before you get out of bed, before your feet even hit the floor.
Absolutely.
Or just soon after, depending on your family life and all that.
Right.
But what is that for you?
No, well, so my morning routine changes all the time, but there have been some things that have been consistent. So there is this, I have a daily inspiration page. And this daily inspiration page is kind of where I begin. It lets me know at my set point where I'm at, like how I'm feeling. I have a big 3 for the day, 3 things that I commit to doing before the end of the day. These are my big 3 for the day. And then it has some other things like people I'm going to reach out to, just other things that are important to me, like little things that I just check off. And what this does is it really helps me to get started with my day in a good way, right? To get actually focused in my mind. I've recognized that also too, my morning routine starts the night before. I have to start preparing myself for when I wake up in the morning. Like, what are the first things that I'm going to be doing when I get up in the morning? Because if I don't have that anchor, I will easily get distracted by this. This will come in and will totally distract me. And then the next thing I know, I'm now lost in the woods. I'm having a great time, However, I'm not getting the things done that I need to get done in order to advance my vision forward, my dreams forward, and this kind of thing. So it's so for me, having that piece of paper, something that I check, and I'm like a paper person. I like writing still. I'm very much into that whole experience of journaling and writing. And so the daily pages, for me, is one thing that, and I've even done a video on my YouTube channel about them, and there's a link in that video to a generic version of a daily page that is suitable for you to use and to create your own.
It's also one of the tools that comes with the personal transformation matrix in the activate stage of that. I want to just acknowledge Kelly Alexander has joined us. Also, A. Marie B. Thomas Brown is also here.
Hi, Marie.
over on Facebook.
Nice to have you here.
Let's see here. Jacqueline says, yes, her morning routine has changed over the years. I currently start with spiritual readings, listen to Bob's affirmations, usually the music ones, which I love hearing. 10 minutes, begin to organize my mind and materials for the day's work. That's a good one. Crystal says, my routine before getting out of bed, I feel grateful and lately say it out loud. Meditate 10 to 20 minutes, then do stretches near the bed, then out of bed with a bounce. Oh, you like that? Bouncing out of bed. That's And yeah, you and you can, if you're short on time, just do shortened versions of these things. Like, oh, I don't have time.
Don't skip it.
I don't have time to meditate. Do you have 5 minutes to do it?
Yeah, don't skip it.
Yeah, having that, and then the routine part of it is what really kind of locks it in. At least you're sending a signal to your mind, to your body, your muscle memory, whatever. This is something that I do, and yeah, I have some other obligations, but I'm still gonna at least spend a couple of minutes just to keep the consistency going.
There's one thing that you can do. I don't know how many minutes it is, but when you first get up, before you even get out of bed, Bob was talking about this. Before you even get out of bed, I have a morning meditation that you do while you're still in bed beneath your covers.
Oh,
right?
The video.
And so it's on my YouTube channel. I don't know where the link is, but at some point in time, I'll find the link and put it in the description below. I don't know that Lisa would be able to find it. Oh, but actually it's on your channel, babe. Anyhow, this is an amazing, I have to say, it's an amazing meditation. And it really, when I do listen to it, when I remember to not get out of my bed and stay in bed and listen to that meditation, it is so powerful. I take you through this whole experience of, how to create a really beautiful day. And you get to envision it in your mind first while you're deep underneath your covers, snuggled warm inside. It's so good.
It is good.
It's such a good one. So I'll be sure to provide a link in the description below. But yeah, so that's something that you can do is listen to something before you even get out of bed.
So I guess there was a time change in the UK. Adele says, hey, everyone, time change here. I forgot you'd be at this. I might need to update my UK time things for our upcoming some events that we have. Because there used to be like 6 hours difference between where we are in Central Time. So maybe it's one way. I have to figure out what the difference is now. Deanne says, my routine is consistently inconsistent.
I've been there too.
Hey, at least you're consistent with your inconsistency. So there's something.
I know. Sometimes, yeah, getting into a routine can sometimes be difficult.
Crystal added on to what she said earlier. If I go also into the office, I do a walking. Oh, yeah, I guess her office for work. I do a walking meditation to transportation, journaling 3 or 4 days a week, mostly in the evening. Yeah,
that's great.
So we're talking about morning routines, but yeah, if you can swing it, having an evening routine before you go to bed is a great.
We'll talk about that in another section.
It's a bookend effect. You start the day strong, and then you end it also with intention.
For sure, evening routines and rituals are really powerful as you're preparing to go to sleep.
And again, it doesn't have to take up a lot of time. You might think, oh, if I don't spend 15 minutes on this, I'm not going to get anything out of it. But I think that's the mistake. Just spend any time that you have available, and watch the effect and the impact that it has on your life. Just doing this simple thing.
It's on Bob's channel, Lisa.
Stay in your routine, even if it's an abbreviated version. Michelle says, I have a routine with my animals. I can't step off that path too much, but if I could get up an hour earlier, I could work my meditation and Pilates stretch. I've also started with morning gratitude.
Perfect.
And even if you don't have a full hour, can you do 20 minutes of those things?
Well, then, Crystal was saying she was stretching in bed.
Yeah.
You can get some exercise that way. Yeah, how do you get around, what you're already committed to?
Jacqueline says the universe provides all the time that we need in the day to get completed what we. So I must keep this thought because it's very easy to feel like I ran out of time. Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
I do that too. I get very anxious, and I don't like it when I run late for an event when I especially if it's something that we're hosting. But even if I'm just an attendee somewhere, yeah, I like to be on time. So when I look at the clock and go, we're going to be late. We need to keep, So I get a little anxious there. So I'm very aware of time. Where do I? Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to find that because there's different versions of it. There's the original version that Pooki would probably prefer people listen to.
We're talking about the morning.
Yeah,
the morning in your bed.
And I put, but I've got some abbreviated ones on either her channel or my channel, and I don't know what's what there. She found some link there that may or may not be it. But and Brandy says every morning I start with Bible devotional, then I write down 8. Abundance things I'm grateful for, then my intention for the day. Sign and date it. Oh, that's nice. It's like
Very nice,
it's like
Brandy. I love that.
You're committing to it. All right. Difference for 2 more weeks. Let's see here. Queen Opatra. I love that. The YouTube name. It's hard to get out of the warm covers when it's cold out. I will try that meditation before getting up. Yeah, so if you're reluctant to get up and start your day while you're still under the covers, that Pooki meditation is the perfect one. Okay, let's see here. Great question. What's a good evening routine? Well, we're going to focus on mornings, I guess, for right now, because but maybe we will make that the topic of another.
We're talking about this for the next 2 months.
Yeah,
this whole thing about how to activate yourself for an awesome 2025. So we'll be covering all these little themes each week. We're going to dedicate it to something that speaks to, how to step into 2025 and in your best, as the best version of yourself,
Which means focusing on it during 2024.
Right.
The remaining months.
So we're saying, wow, let's get started now. Why wait? Why delay your joy? Why delay your happiness? Why delay your success?
I don't have it, and it's something that can be downloaded, but I might turn this list into an article that I'll post sometime this week. We'll see how that goes. But let's just touch on some of the elements of a morning routine, because you can there's like 20 some odd things here. You're not going to do all of these things. You got to find what works for you at any given time. But here's some things on the list. Wake up at a consistent time. I know we've gotten out of that. I think that trip to Japan really. We still have not gotten synced into it. I know. I think
it is what it is.
I mean, both of us, depending on the day, are sleeping later than we usually do, and we both like to get up. I like 7 a.m. for me, but you like even getting up earlier when you
I like 5
when you get into that groove. So if you can wake up at a consistent time, but don't but still make sure that you're getting enough sleep. So if you had a late night and you have the ability, you self-employed or whatever, to sleep in, certainly get caught up on your sleep. Don't deprive yourself. I think it's been mentioned maybe a couple times. Hydrate with a glass of water. So yeah, drinking liquids, because your body's gone most of the night without drinking, and so you need to stay hydrated. I take that a step further, and I get a big warm cup of water, and I add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and then a tablespoon of lemon juice to it, and that's supposed to be beneficial. And
I like that warm.
Yeah, well, I do that warm too. And some people don't. At first, apple cider vinegar, you're not drinking it straight. You're putting it into a glass and shaking it up. Don't. I think there might have some issues with your teeth if you're doing it straight.
Your esophagus.
Yeah, but so it might taste a little bitter at first, but I've grown to I like it, and it's
tastes like kombucha.
Yeah, it has that kind of a fermented kombucha thing. We also mentioned gratitude. A number of people have setting your intentions or goals for the day, looking at the day ahead.
Yeah,
and not only just like the practical things, like I got to meet with so and so, I got to mow the lawn or whatever, but set your intention for how do I want to feel today. That's one I think it's often overlooked. right?
Right.
How am I going to move through this day? The people that I encounter, how am I going to greet them? Am I going to be present or am I going to be distracted? I want to feel good today. I want to look for the good and appreciate the good when I find it.
Yeah. I have what is the beingness
Yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
going to serve me in reaching my goals today? Committed, inspired, right?
Yeah, Dell says I'm a night owl, which makes me not a morning person. So you don't have to be a morning person, whatever that means to you, you do a morning routine. Just whenever you get up. Some people work second, third shifts or whatever. You might wake
Right.
up in the afternoon. Make that your morning, the start of your day routine, right? Lisa says she's going to start trying that apple cider vinegar. Tinica likes the taste of vinegar. All right. Yeah, cool. A lot of people responding to that. Of course, morning affirmations. You would expect us to include that on the list, and many of you are here because you listen to mine and Pooki's. Meditate or mindfulness practice. That's a very common one. Not everybody.
Absolutely.
Not everybody does this, but the breathing exercises, like Tony Robbins, he does these really.
It can be part of your morning. Yeah. It can be part of your meditation. The breathing exercise. You can use there are ways that you can do more than one of these things.
Yeah, and there's all different types of breathing exexercises where you breathe in for 4, hold for 7,
all
exhale
kinds
for
of
8,
methods
whatever.
And processes out there.
But make sure that you don't keel over from. Make sure that's healthy. For you, but the deep breathing doesn't come with cardio. You can just be sitting still and just fill your lungs up.
If you've ever done breath work, it's a powerful experience.
Yeah, it's a whole thing onto itself.
Yes, and
discipline.
It's very, very powerful. And and you can do meditation through that too. So there's all kinds of things.
It's a really lengthy list here. Again, so I'm going to have to really zip through these just to throw them out there. And hopefully I'll get an article up so they'll have them in one place. But journaling, which has been writing your thoughts down. Visualization, which is different than meditation and affirmations, perhaps, where you just sit there and you really, as if you can picture things in your mind's eye, just see yourself. I think we talked about it last week or during the passion or the path to prosperity workshop. We're just how the power is seeing that in your mind's eye, seeing yourself being the type of person having achieved the thing you want to achieve. What does that feel like? And really, that's such a powerful thing. Joe Dispenza and many other people talk about that.
Right.
Read or listen to inspirational content. Of course, affirmations is one thing, but there's also, you could read a book, listen to a podcast, or watch a video interview, something that inspires and motivates you. I'm often queuing up Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, or something in the Hay House.
There's a lot of inspiring work out there, right? Expand your knowledge. Mm-hmm. Expand your your awareness, right? Read books, especially things that interest you.
Exercise and stretch.
That's
Pilates
right.
was mentioned.
Yeah. Especially if you're getting older, and we want to stretch that body. The older that we get, the more movement is needed. It's just the way it is.
Another form of movement is yoga. There's Tai Chi.
Right.
There's, what is it?
Still.
Qigong. Is it another?
Qigong. So many ways to, these work with activating your energy centers. They get into a much more spiritual. See, this is a way of exercising and meditating. Mm-hmm. Right. There are ways that we can do these things. And so, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, dancing, movement.
Oh, yeah, dancing.
You can just move and meditate through movement, right? It doesn't have to be a structured thing either. It can be something that's very improvisational for you.
Cue up one of our, I think actually, was it Michelle or someone says they often cues up some of our musical affirmation songs or one of our songs and moves to it.
Yeah.
As part of that affirmation.
Absolutely.
Something I don't do, I've heard about, it's either a cold shower or a cold plunge or just splashing cold water on your face too. That's a more kind of a more subdued version.
Well,
of that.
there's all kinds of reasons why you would want to do that. first, jumping into a cold plunge will definitely wake you up. It'll stimulate all of your capillaries and it gets the blood flowing for real. And it's a really intense experience. If you have the opportunity to cold plunge, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Just do it. Because if I could do it every day, I would. And is it pleasant and all that stuff? No, it's freezing. How could it be pleasant? However, what it does for the body, it really helps the body in many, many, many ways. So, cold plunging, cold water. Cold plunge is where it's at, though.
One thing we didn't mention, another form of exercise, we mentioned it a Sunday or two back, is the rebounder, that mini trampoline you can put in your home and you just bounce on it. And it's supposed to have all sorts of benefits.
Helps you detox your lymph system.
Yeah.
Yep, lymph drainage, because there's no pump in your lymph system. So when you're jumping up and down, that's a lot. That's what it's starting to. It pumps your lymphs.
And it gives your calves a pretty good workout too.
Yeah, I mean, 2
Yeah.
minutes. You wouldn't think it, but 2 minutes.
That's
like,
all. Yeah, that's-
really bouncing on that thing.
So you can plan your day. You can review your goals for your life. You can look at your vision board and focus on that. We talked about music. Oh, here's one that I know Pooki would relate to. If you have the ability, if you live in an area, get out in nature. Spend time in nature. Sit on your deck if you have one, or porch or whatever. Or just
2 minutes of your feet bare on the earth.
Like grounding. Yeah, that's also
Grounding.
on this list too.
That could be a beautiful way, like getting into alignment with the earth as you start your day. That's something that I'm wanting to implement in my mornings. I'm going to put that on my morning thing. Oh, that's great. I'm going to put that on my daily page.
Grounding.
Grounding.
And then somebody mentioned a devotional earlier, so you could read just inspirational quotes, or if you have a book, a devotional with like a one-page short thing, for thoughts for the day. And then finally, enjoy a sacred space. So Pooki has a room downstairs that's kind of a meditation room, but you can have an your own altar. You could have a top of a cabinet or something with images, items that will ground you and remind you of,
Yeah, and
things.
then something else. So you can also go. This is me. You could go outside and sit in your chair in the early morning hours with the birds and drum, like lightly drum, to bring in the energy of the morning. Right? You
Yeah.
could do like a ceremony, right? So that like some sort of way in which you greet the day. In the morning, that very first sunlight is that pink red sunlight. That's the most powerful light. It's the most powerful light of the day. That and at sunset, and it helps us balance our bodies. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I know that it's something that we want. It's like something that we want our bodies to absorb. And so try to get out to where you can get the actual direct rays from the sunlight. So like you're not behind a window or getting it like that, where you're actually like getting it directly from the sun. Yeah, so
Let
there's just
let it hit your eyeballs without looking into the sun. Look away from it, but open up your eyes and let it hit your eyeballs
yeah,
and your skin.
It does something. It does something to our nervous system.
Deanne says, I turn the shower water cold at the end of every shower. I've done that off and on too, just to kind of, it stimulates you, that's for sure. Lisa says it helps with drainage, I think. I don't know if that's related to the shower.
That's
Probably.
related to the rebounder.
Oh, okay. And Andy said he does the same thing with the cold water. Cold water improves your immune system.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good for your hair, to lock in moisture. I don't know. Adele says, I 100% recommend grounding.
Yeah, get out on the earth. Because you're an electromagnetic being, and the earth has electromagnetic energy, frequency. And so when you step on the earth, we're walking around with rubber on the bottom of our shoes. It's total insulator. It's totally stopping everything that the earth has to offer. There are grounding shoes that you can buy that are made of thinner soles that are leather. So you can buy grounding shoes. We have grounding sheets. Bob has a grounding mouse pad. There are things that you can do to mitigate some of the EMFs and whatnot, but also too to keep you grounded.
Yeah. So I skipped over something earlier. So, we like to have our routines here for Sunday Inspiration Live. I think it's appropriate right now for everyone here who's here and committed to establishing a new morning routine or to continue whatever you have going, just to celebrate your commitment to morning routines. We have a group of people that gather together in Studio B. I'm gonna have to go right to the countdown, Crystal here, but so let's cue them right now. This is for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and. Okay. There you go. We're gonna move on now. So I hope you enjoyed that our little exploration of morning routines. So the bottom line is for you to pick and choose some things to start commit to tomorrow morning, or if it's early enough where you are.
Oh yeah, no, start tomorrow morning. Start today. Start tonight. Start now.
Yeah. Just do it after
do
this
it.
broadcast, or
Start thinking about it now.
Yeah, write that down, but more importantly than just writing it down and thinking about it, planning it, do it, and just go ahead and do one today.
All right, are we getting ready to move to Bob's Comedy Corner? Because we're at the top, almost at the top of the hour. We need to get out of here.
We got to whip ourselves into shape here. Yes, indeed, it's time for It's Bob's Comedy Corner.
Should do be why.
Bob's Comedy Corner. That's right. Today is October 27th. Pooki, do you know who was born on this date in 1940?
Well, it wasn't my mother.
It was not your mother. It was John Gotti. He's an American organized crime boss.
Oh, I bet he's Gotti, y'all.
He's got. And so
Gotti.
I thought I don't know if we've ever done any jokes, one-liners, dad jokes about like mobsters and the mafia, and so it seemed like the perfect time.
Today's the day.
Today is the day.
Couldn't have done something about scarecrows, the Wizard of Oz, something like that.
No. We're doing it on the mafia.
Yeah, mafia
for sure. So here we go.
Yeah.
You ready? You gotta
yeah.
come on, be my straight man. Just. Show your enthusiasm. Here we go. How many mobsters does it take to push a man off a cliff?
I have no idea.
None. He slipped and fell by himself. What is a mobster's favorite game? Whack-a-mole. Why did the mobster shoot the clock?
Why?
Because it talked too much. Tick-tock?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. The Mafia decided to modernize and go digital with its loan shark business.
They did.
Yep, and they just launched a new app called Pay Up, Pal. That's a good one, I think. Pooki, something you probably don't know about my past, but I used to sell.
No, not now.
I used to sell illegal file cabinets and label bakers to the Mafia.
No way.
Yeah, it was very organized crime. Why did the Mafia hire a magician?
Why?
Because they heard he was an expert in making people disappear.
There you go.
Did you know that George Washington? This was actually one that I wrote myself.
Okay, I'll make sure
I did
to
not
laugh
get.
on it.
I did not get this from the internet. Do you know? Did you know George Washington was the first crime boss?
No way.
Yeah, the first American crime boss. That's why they called him the God Forefather. All right, there's a bunch of jokes and sequences here.
All right.
What do you call? What do you call the Mafia boss of seafood?
What?
The Codfather. What do you call the Mafia boss of lawn care? The Sodfather. Hey, did you hear about the Godfather who was against recycling?
No.
Yeah, he made me an offer I couldn't reuse. That's another one I wrote myself. Thank you very much. Oh, I once met the Godfather of the Scottish Mafia.
No way.
Yeah, he made me an offer I couldn't understand. Did you hear about the Godfather who had dementia?
No.
Yeah, he kept making offers he couldn't remember. And thankfully, this is the last one. I became an informant and ratted out the leader of the Super Soaker Mafia. You know, the Super Soakers are those
Right.
like guns with the water or whatever?
Yep, bought it for my kids.
Yeah, I had to be put in the wetness protection program.
All right.
That has been a special edition of
It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner.
I can go ahead. I misjudged my timing there, so I think we can do it here. I don't know why
Oops.
this is playing here. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. We're going to wrap things up, but here's what we're going to do here. First of all, you can get access to the, just look in the description wherever you're watching this. There's a whole bunch of links to things, including that workshop that we did last week. If you missed that, it was a really, really good one. There's an edited version up at the link in the description here, so check that out. 3 steps to attract abundance in all areas of your life. If you need to reach out to us for anything, get information on the personal transformation matrix or whatever, Lisa at BobBakerInspiration.com. Just send her an email and just say hi to Lisa. Let her know how much you appreciate her. So we're going to play the song. It's from our choirs. We ran a choir, and it was much bigger years ago. And we had put out this album, and this is a song called "Rise," an original song we did with our choir. Seems like we're talking about mornings, right? You rise up in the morning.
Right.
We're going to play this while the song plays. Put in the chat your takeaways, and I'm going to highlight those as this song plays, and then we'll come up and quickly wrap things up so I can feed the dog and change my lunch together and send and get off to my improv masterclass. Thank you for the super sticker, Andy. We appreciate that. Here it is. It's Rise. Post your takeaways. What are you going to do about morning routines today and this week? Here we go.
There are times in your life when you lose the spice. The tank is empty and there's nothing going right. At times like these, you must believe now is the time for you to get up and rise. Lift your soul to the sky, open up and you'll fly. Spirit soaring so high, so high, let it rise. Lift your soul to the sky, open up and you'll fly. Spirit soaring so high, let it rise. Rise, rise, let it rise. Rise, high, so high, let it rise. There are times in your day when it's not okay. You know the truth inside, there is a better way. You can beat those blues if you just choose. Now is the time for you to get up and rise. Lift your soul to the sky, open up and you'll fly. Spirit soaring so high, let it rise. Lift your soul to the sky, open up and you'll fly. Spirit soaring.
you let it rise? Won't you let it rise?
Oh yeah!
Won't you let it rise?
Oh yeah!
Won't you let it rise?
Oh yeah!
Won't you let it rise?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Rise, lift your soul to the sky. Open up with your flight. Spirit soaring so high, let it rise. Lift your soul to the sky. Open up with your flight. Spirit soaring so high, let it rise. Lift your soul to the sky. Open up with your flight. Spirit soaring so high, let it rise. Lift your soul to the sky. Open up with your flight. Spirit soaring so high, let it
There you go. That was Rise. It's from our choir album. It used to be called the Gateway to Agape Choir. Now we have a small group of singers that still performs with us every now and then, and it's called the Big Love Choir.
The Big Love Choir.
You can learn more about our music and where it's available right now at this link here, bobbakerinspiration.com/music. We have run out of time. Thank you for this little trip down morning routine lane. We appreciate you being here. I got to run off and head off to my day 2 of my improv masterclass with Brian Palermo. And so take care, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Much love to you all. So long for now.